Yo, welcome to Mistress of Reads. I'm doing this mostly in one take, so live with me. In about 2015, I started a small little project on my Twitter account, my main Twitter account, and it was about my life in books because I kept finding these awesome quotes and these awesome things, and I was just like, writing them down places and drawing them, and it's just having a lot of fun. And I said, well, let me go ahead and put my life in books, and I'll put quotes and segments and like things I write up and odds and ends and bits and bobbles, like, the digital pack rat reader that I am. Because, the addiction is real. So one of the first things I put up there was, get busy living or get busy dying, which is a quote from Shawshank Redemption. And for some reason, that has kept having an impact on me and probably, thousands of other people. And I knew from that second on that this particular project, this particular vloggy, project-y thingy thing that I do, was definitely going to have a writing component because it's on my bucket list, and writing has always been something I've done. Not necessarily writing it down like normal, but certainly verbally. I've always told myself stories. I've always had, a kooky sense of a person. But let me start at the start. There I am as a baby, a very chubby baby. And I probably need to pass gas. But I knew my whole entire life that I was probably not going to be normal. When I was a kid, as I said in earlier videos, I had a patch, and you aren't going to get normal if you grow up with a patch because you have to correct some sort of eye issue. I was an elementary school pirate. I was rhythm and blues. I was listening to weird stuff. I thought that everything was awesome. I went as an astronaut when it wasn't cool to go to Halloween as an astronaut. I'm that kid, and I am, for the most part, proud of my particular freak flag. But that's who I am. I was never gonna be normal, and I think I enjoy that about myself to this day. And I'm glad I realized early on that it wasn't gonna happen. Now, when I'm doing all this stuff in my life and I'm thinking about things, I remember a time where I was just like, they send you home with writing samples. And in order to do a writing sample as a kid, I would draw my writing samples instead of write my writing samples, if that makes any sense. I did it so that I could, when I wrote things down, they would look pretty and I wouldn't look, which I didn't know was dyslexia, but was dyslexia. I couldn't actually write. I couldn't technically read either. So when they said, "Oh, look what I wrote," those cutesy stuff. No, I can't read. I could memorize things perfectly or near perfectly. I could memorize tons and tons of words, but actual real reading, I sight read. I didn't read. So that spilled over into writing, and I always was like very, 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 very embarrassed about my writing. I'm still embarrassed about my writing today because I know there's mistakes. I know there's things I can't see, and I can't really do anything about it sometimes because I actually am not able to see it. It drives me nuts. But I think there's a lesson in there, and I decided that, okay, my life in books is not a guide on how to write. It's not a guide on how to do things. It's not a guide about anything. It's an unguide. It's an unguide with all the mistakes, all the fobbles, all the crappiness, all the things that go wrong, and maybe some things that go right. It has everything in there, and that's the way I wanted it. So I'm introducing this project because I think it's time. And I want to thank you so much for being a part of it. I don't know where it's going, but I know that I really enjoy the hobby, so I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have fun, and I hope you guys are going to have fun with me. And there's reading, and there's book clubs, and there's funness, and I hope everybody's going to be a part of it. Thank you so much. And if you see me, and you're my people, and you fuck with me, and you see me doing some shit, you know, I'm on Mistress of Reed's account, fuck with me. Because I'm going to be reading at least one book in the moments section per month. And possibly more if I'm feeling full cracky. So if you've read the book and you want to talk about it with me. If you want to talk about, you know, if you haven't read the book, come back and, you know, hit my moment up and talk with me about it. Because I'm here. I'm like, think of me like Oprah, except for the dirty books she left out. Like Oprah's book list, you know? Alright. I want to thank you for joining me. And this is all the shit we normally do. And see you next read.